Alright everybody, welcome back to this early morning edition. Got my Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Anyways, another quick video. Just wanted to go over this frame. Some of the things that you gotta watch out for when slinging it together. The biggest thing, because of the instructions, they make it kind of hard to see. They use 3 different sizes for various bolts or screws. Some of them are pretty easy to tell. You know, you got your button heads, and then you got your standard socket heads. But it's like these 4 here around the engine area are the longest, like a 10mm or something like that. And then you got one here that's like an 8. And one of these is an 8, and then all these are 6, and then all these up here in the front are 6. So just something to watch out for. But one side you got a 13.5mm spacer with like a 25-inch socket head, and then right here you've got like a 6mm socket head. So just kind of a pain, because the instructions, you know, you're trying to follow the lines to see exactly where they go. But got a spacer on the bottom, one in the angle, kind of a bracer, and then you got one underneath here, which is just underneath your battery tray. So battery tray, and then here's the other support, and then right back behind it, pretty much in front of or behind the engines, and then the bottom one. So pretty straightforward here. What I was talking about in one of the pictures or the posts is like how everything is here on this mechanism. It's all lined up. You don't have to do a lot of adjusting. Maybe someday they'll make a heli where, you know, you'll bolt the engine into this too, so it's all one piece, so you don't have to do any kind of adjustment. But that's just me. But it's nice because you can get in there and easy maintenance on all this stuff. So it's pretty nice. And then this is just gonna sit just right like that, basically right there. So, and these are held on by the button head screws, but they're like the 8mm or the 10mm instead of the 6. So something else I did just finished doing, putting the magnet in for the governor. I always use epoxy. I've got this stuff that I got for the jets. It's like a quick drying epoxy, but it's really strong. It dries in about 5 minutes. So I already come pre-drilled. A lot of them used to have 2, so you could put like an opposing magnet for balance purposes. I'll check it on a balancer to see if it's balanced, but it's not much weight for that magnet. One thing you got to watch out for is make sure you get the right side of the magnet facing out, so the sensor will pick up, because one side it won't pick up. So I usually just hook up the governor, go to sensor mode, and just check it just to make sure. And I still got to put this together. There's a couple bolts. Not sure what these are for yet. These are about a 22mm spacer. Not sure what they go to yet, unless it's something that you can put under the landing gear. You know, I don't know, to give you more height. But I looked through the instructions and I didn't see any use for these. There's 4 of them. So unless I'm just missing it, but I'll get back to that. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Hopefully get this finished up. My servos aren't going to be here probably until the end of the week, if not later. So I'll get it all put together, and then I'll have to wait for the final installation. So But something I was going to point out also. Not sure about this. This is the fuel tank hardware. It's the clunk line that they provide for you. It's black, kind of rubbery, real flimsy, which is nice because it lets your clunk flop around. But I'm worried about it, getting stuck together, because you can kind of pinch it and it sticks a little. It's a little sticky. But I'm worried about it just kind of bending and collapsing on itself. So I don't know. If anybody's got any experience with this, let me know. If it's good stuff. But what I was going to show you is, I thought it was pretty cool. They provide you with a bubbleless clunk. I use the Linux fuel magnets and everything. This will be my first one of these, but it's nice that they provide this for you. So these, you don't have to change the felt tips around the clunk. So we'll see how they go. I may still run a header. I don't know. I got away from the headers, but I thought about this is kind of I don't know how it's going to hold fuel when it comes out of the fuel with this type of clunk, but if it works like the felt type or the foam type, I won't have to run a header. But yeah, they gave you some real good hardware with your fuel tank, so I like that. So, and that's pretty simple. One thing you got to do is they give you two. It goes in like that, and then slides in basically from one side, kind of like the Whiplash did. Of course, I think a lot of them are like this now. So everything's on one side. You don't have to take this in and out. Your clunk line and stuff to get your tank in and out, which is what I had to do with the Whiplash. I used to have to disconnect the fuel line. This one you won't have to. The only other thing you have to do is add your vent. They give you a threaded insert with a rubber O-ring. There's two holes that are kind of recessed. They're not punctured yet, so you have to put a hole, whichever one you're going to use. The instructions show you using the back one, so I don't know. Use your preference, I guess. Ooh, Madonna. Shit. That's horrible. Just noticed that. Too early for that. There we go. Well, anyways, I'll get back to it. If you guys got any questions, just ask. You take it easy.